Amazing feeling. I've been playing this game for a very long time, and just trying to make a player that looks like me, but not really that close, is really scary.
The visitors as they got off the team bus earlier. And here's a look at some numbers for him.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. We've got Bridges. He's out there with Devontae Graham. Bam Adebayo is out there with Chris Middleton. And it's Vanderbilt in at the 4 spot. And for Memphis, we've got Rashawn Holmes. Antetokounmpo is out there with Johnson. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Brogdon in at the point.
Last season, Giannis Antetokounmpo welcoming his first child into the world.
And maybe now an MVP at home as a most valuable papa. The mother of his son was a volleyball player in her day. So you got to think, as this kid grows up, maybe the recruits are sending letters already. Keep your eyes on the prize. Middleton did just that and sunk the shot despite getting roughed up a bit.
Brogdon against Graham. Inside, here's Johnson. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Adebayo kicks to Bridges. No good with the triple.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
For Denver, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Johnson against Graham. Pass to Vanderbilt. Shoots it. Nice spin off the left rim and in. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Mike Malone. And he talked about the group effort that it's going to take to contain Antetokounmpo. He said there's no one player or one way to defend Giannis because he causes foul trouble and he wears guys down. We're going to give him different looks and come at him with different guys. We'll see how effective those fresh legs on Antetokounmpo will be tonight. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Now here's Graham. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
Midway through the season, are teams, Brent, still trying to find their identity and evolve, or is it just a matter of building on what you've already got?
I think at this point you already know what you got, Kevin, and so what you want to do, I want to be the best at what it is that I can do, and that's where I think coaching staffs are focused right now.
Here's Adebayo. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. Stolen by Brogdon, out of bounds. Denver takes possession. And we've watched a pretty interesting season unfolding in the Western Conference, guys. Let's check out the standings here. Taking a look at Denver. Right now they've compiled the 3rd best record in the conference. And of course there's the Grizzlies. They find themselves in the 7th spot.
And you know, for the Nuggets, they had pressure on them coming into the season. A lot of people were picking them to have a special year. And they haven't shied away from that pressure. They've embraced it.
I think every great team welcomes the challenge of trying to be elite, and they want to do it on a nightly basis.
Now Hardaway, after Chris Middleton missed from long range. Hardaway against Bridges. Pass to Holmes. Shot clock at 5. Johnson attacking, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
First trip to the line for him here.
And to look at his percentage from the line, you see him at 89%. That's an indicator of what a consistent stroke he has.
Now here's Middleton. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Milwaukee. Passes it to Adebayo. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Drops in the tray. Bridges has got 6.
And that's a shot Bridges needs to just keep sinking. You can see his confidence growing.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and Giannis throws it down.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
There's the pass to Adebayo. Here's Vanderbilt, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so the first quarter is in the books. And recently, on the subject of trash talking, Giannis.
I like to stay locked in to the game. And
Greg, as you always say, different guys intimidate in different ways.
And when you have his level of length, athleticism, and skill, you don't need to say a word.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. Bridges out there with Devontae Green. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Vanderbilt in at the 4-man position. Now here's Brogdon. He picked up 15 points in their last win against San Antonio.
And guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully in that one. Seriously put on a passing clinic.
Here's Middleton after Malcolm Brogdon's bucket. Loads it up for Adebayo. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
That's everything you want there. Bam Adebayo up there, vertical, good hands, and a big throwdown.
And GA Chris Middleton over his career, much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player. I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
All the officials are all over that one.
And we heard Shaquille O'Neal bestow his Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and rightfully so. The Greek Freak, the most dominant paint scorer since Shaq himself.
Really heads up there, a play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
Outside Hardaway. Brogdon looking it over with his first shot attempt, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hardaway. The list of contenders for the three-point contest is really interesting this year. Every one of these guys is capable of going lights out in a setting like that.
Yeah, the field is almost set, and I wouldn't want to have to make a prediction. These are all fantastic shooters. It's just a matter of who gets hot on that day.
And you look at Hardaway. He's got a place in the three-point contest within his reach. I hope he makes it because I know how much this would mean to him to be a part of the event.
I mean, that's a good call, Kevin. He's the type of player that can really deliver on a stage like that. He'll be very dangerous if he ultimately gets in.
And the excitement for this year's three-point contest keeps growing as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. Some amazing shooters in line to take part.
Hard to pick a winner out of that group of contenders, but safe to say it's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Here's Middleton. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. 1:30 left to play here in the second quarter. Brogdon outside. And Adebayo sends it back.
And Bam aptly describes Adebayo's defensive impact. He packs a punch in there.
Denver trails by 8. Middleton outside. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. And a quick look at how the Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Sunday, they'll go up against Devin Booker. And then on Wednesday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Chicago Bulls.
And for that game against Seattle, it's never easy going up against the top team in the West. But if they're able to come away with the win, it's going to be a huge confidence booster.
It's interesting as Giannis has grown in this league. The Greek Freak we know is so versatile, just competing to be one of the best players in the business. That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
And here is Brogdon after Mikal Bridges hitting the three. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. And the Grizzlies lead by 8.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Bridges dishes to Graham.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Brogdon against Graham. Brogdon outside. Here's Antetokounmpo, and a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Giannis has got the lead up to 10 now for Memphis. And so we wrap up the first half. Thanks, David, and we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to a tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. Coming off a great game last time out, he's turning it up a notch already here tonight. What'd you think? And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
Yeah, almost inviting contact, that attack mentality on full display.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Johnson is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And there's Rashawn Holmes. And it's Brogdon in at the point guard. Here's Graham following the score by Memphis. And the rejection by Giannis. Brogdon with it. Now defended by Adebayo. And Hardaway gets it to go.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Denver trails by 14.
And one thing I like about Brogdon is his size. A huge 6'10" wingspan for a guard gives him an advantage in matchups, lets him finish over smaller defenders as well.
For 3, Middleton. But they'll get another chance.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Holmes. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Chris Middleton. And Greg, with Brogdon and his size, it allows flexibility on defense as well.
Yeah, I mean, it makes switching on the pick and roll easier with him at the top. There isn't a lot of flash to how Brogdon plays on the floor, but you can't deny how impactful he is in all facets.
Now here's Middleton. And it's Adebayo in the corner. The Nuggets with another miss.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Here's Graham. You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
And Coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Hardaway against Bridges, and he comes up with the deuce.
Well, Bridges is down low, doing a great job of just pounding the defense. He makes the shot.
And the Grizzlies leading by 16. Brogdon outside. On the wing, Giannis. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
The Grizzlies have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9. Now here's Graham. He's scoring an average of 33 points a game, a stunning total for a truly remarkable player.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity at the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Now, here's Brogdon. He has 6. Memphis moving it around. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Brogdon's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Pass to Vanderbilt. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Pass to Middleton. The 15-footer pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Now working in the mid-range, Middleton finding some ways to play in between.
To the paint, here's Brogdon. Missed inside. Middleton the pass to Adebayo. Shoots over Holmes. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies out in front by... While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Taking a look at the Nuggets, Devontae Graham is out there with Bridges. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Vanderbilt in at the power forward position.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Now here's Hardaway. Here's Giannis. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And that one falls for Middleton.
Middleton improving his game, improving his confidence, coming back after injury, and working to become better.
Here's Brogdon. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
Holmes kicks to Hardaway. Passes it to Johnson. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Hardaway has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Just over a minute and a half played here in the 4th. Graham surveying the floor.
And Middleton getting up there allows him, with that height, to get up and jam it down.
And so it's Brogdon with it. He brings it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. And Hardaway gets it to go.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
Here's Middleton. Tim Hardaway making his last shot. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. You know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
Denver calls timeout. They're trailing by 18. 1:29 left in the fourth. And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Greg, you know, we're seeing players take control of their free agent destiny. Do players get a bad rap for that and switching teams?
Listen, I don't know if you get a bad rap, but you're going to catch the wrath of the fan base. You think of Paul George in Indy or KD in OKC, and fans, they're going to feel jilted. There's no doubt about it. They're going to feel scorned.
Yeah. Now here's Johnson. Elbow shot, and it's Memphis with another.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Now here's Jones. 30 seconds left in the game. And that one is good. And the Grizzlies lead by 20.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Here's Melton. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.